What's up, boys? Futbol Asada is back after a long wait. I'm here with Chris, and we're here to discuss Mexico, these past two friendlies, some Copa America expectations, and just an overall discussion on our thoughts. Some rants, some hot takes, who knows. But let's get right into it. Instantly, after Mexico's two friendlies against Uruguay and Brazil, what are your expectations, reactions, anything? What are your thoughts and predictions for the upcoming games in the Copa America?
To be honest, my expectations have gone down. Before, I thought we were gonna probably make the semifinals. Now I'm thinking more quarterfinals, and I would probably be lucky to get there. Just because, like the Uruguay game was horrendous. I mean, it was most of our bench, but that proved that we're not ready to compete for a semifinals or final. The game against Brazil was obviously our A team, and that game looked more promising. Only losing basically in the 90th minute. But the thing is, bro, I just don't trust Jimmy Lozano. I don't. Or I don't think he had the right lineup in either of the two games. His subs are always too late. He plays the same players, gives no one else a chance. We've already seen what these players can do, and it's not much. These players, they can beat up on the small guys like a El Salvador or Honduras or a Jamaica. But once it gets to the real deal, actual real contenders, this team folds all the time, regularly. So my expectations have gone down. I think we'll probably beat Jamaica, tie Venezuela, and tie Ecuador, and probably finish second in the group. Um, and then which would mean we're playing most likely Argentina in the quarterfinals, where we will get absolutely destroyed. And that's it. That'll be our Copa America. Very underwhelming, and we won't see any changes. That's my expectation. I know it's very pessimistic, but that's just how I'm feeling right now.
No, I completely agree. But this group stage, Ecuador, Venezuela, Jamaica, is the more I look into it, it should be easy. In any other year with any other Seleccion team, this team tops it easily. If we don't leave the group first, it will be more on us because Venezuela, I mean, they've had good form, Conmebol, they have Rondon, these players, but they're not a top dog. And then I look at Ecuador. Yes, they're a really good team. Just lost to Argentina the other day, but they're historically known to be pretty underwhelming in this tournament. And I think they're one of the most underwhelming teams in Conmebol history. Would you agree?
No, I mean, I definitely agree.
They always fall short, regardless of how good their teams could be or how informed they could be. So ultimately, I think it will be on us if we actually get grouped like some people are predicting. But going back to the friendlies against Uruguay, I think Jimmy Lozano set us up to lose. I guess he was trying to experiment, trying to use new players. It frustrates me because the new players I actually wanted to see didn't even get freaking minutes. Jordan Carrillo, Marcelo Flores. Did Jordi Cortizo play that game? I don't think he even got subbed in that game.
I don't think so either.
No. And then you look at Brazil, Marcelo and Jordan didn't get subbed in again. For the Brazil game, what would you rate that performance? We almost secured a draw.
Even though it's Brazil, I'd still only rate it a 7.5. I thought we were terrible for most of the game. We only really played good the last 20 minutes. The first 70 minutes was a 2 out of 10 performance. Terrible from the whole team, terrible from Jimmy Lozano. And then it wasn't until the subs came in, which I'll give Jimmy Lozano credit for that, the subs. They changed the game. We played better. We didn't secure a draw though, so we still lost the game. So we can't give him anything higher than an 8.
Yeah.
But I'd give him a 7.5 just for the last 20 minutes.
I guess I could agree. I really liked how Alexis Vega came in. And I think if we need some type of creativity, I think he would have to start. What do you think?
Oh yeah, we can get into that part later.
Well, my expectations, you said quarterfinals?
Yeah, I said quarterfinals.
I really want to experience a knockout win from Mexico, in my lifetime. I've never have. Obviously, scratching out the Copa Oro. I've never witnessed them win a Copa America knockout game, and obviously the World Cup. Do I think it's realistic? Obviously not. But if we secure first place somehow, and we get a quarterfinal match against... Who could it be? The second place from the next group, who would that be?
Probably Canada, Chile, Peru.
That could be. We could scrape that. I just want to see this team win a knockout game. That's all my expectation is. But at this moment in time, I have no confidence. I'm deadass wouldn't be surprised if we only get 1 point, and that 1 point is a draw against Jamaica. I'm being dead serious. I don't see this team clicking. I don't see this team have chemistry. But hopefully, within the next 2 weeks, they build some type of chemistry within the camp, and Jimmy Lozano figures out this set lineup because Charlie Rodriguez should not step foot on this pitch And unfortunately, I do think he's going to stay in the roster based on the fact that how good he did at Cruz Azul. Who else shouldn't be here? Brian Garcia, Alexis Peña. And there's just a bunch of dead players that shouldn't be here. Nene Beltran. And I have a sad feeling that Nene Beltran's going to stay. And it sucks because Chivas fans, there's so many Chivas fans that want him out of Chivas. He's not good at all. And he should not be in this team. The next topic we have to discuss, unfortunately, is Santi Gimenez. Yeah, again, he didn't get a goal and an assist. And quite frankly, he was non-existent against Brazil. And we saw with Memo Martinez within less than 10 minutes, gets subbed in and scores a goal. I was not saying Memo Martinez is better than Santi because he's not. I don't even think he deserves to be in the team. But do you think Santi Gimenez is in danger of not starting the Copa America?
Just because their manager is Jimmy Lozano, I would say, yeah, I think he is in danger. Jimmy Lozano is known to make dumb decisions. So, yeah, I think he is. But the thing is, this is what I've been saying about Mexico's like creative players. Like, what is he supposed to do when like your creative midfielder is Charlie Rodriguez, who has 0 goals, one assist in 48 games in his last 48 games for Mexico? That is not a typo or error. That is a legit stat. 0 goals and 1 assist from your creative midfielder, Charlie Rodriguez. And on the right, obviously Antuna has 10 bad games in a row and then 1 good one. So like he doesn't really get any service. I will admit though, he does need to play a lot better. He needs to play a lot better. But the thing is, bro, especially against Brazil, like when you don't have like creative players around you, what is he supposed to do? He's not going to take on Militao and all these other like the Brazilian defenders that are like beast and Allison in goal by himself.
That's the bad thing about his play style is the fact he relies a lot on creativity. He relies a lot on people giving him a through ball in behind. Whereas, let's like a Henry Martin, as much as I don't like the guy, he still drops, touches the ball here and then. He likes running.
The thing is though, like Santi can also do that,
but he doesn't. That's the thing. That's not his play style.
No one, yeah, but that's not his fault though. Santi can do that. He's proven that at Feyenoord. Look how many like link up plays he has all the time. He has very good assists with Feyenoord. If you watch like the games, he's very good at link up play. But these Mexican midfielders are not technical at all. The Mexican wingers not technical at all. Like the level from Feyenoord to Mexico is a huge drop off.
Mm-hmm.
Like so, he's obviously able to link up with those players. But with Mexico, like they're not at that level where they know like what Santi's gonna do, what his next move is, like thinking ahead.
Yeah.
So like Santi's kind of just on his own. But the thing is, I will admit though, he does need to play better. It needs to be more impactful in whatever way possible. It's not a good look that he doesn't score and then your sub scores within 5 minutes. Because the thing is, because Memo Martinez, it's not like his goal was like something he created or something like extraordinary. It's like it was just him giving like all out effort. I think he's the one that got the header that Allison blocked, a very good header off a corner, and then like he went to go get the rebound, smashed it in. So he created like a goal, not really more on skill, but more based on effort. And if Santi, like if you can't like get anything going like based on your skill, your talent, then you need to like revert to something else. Like you need to like go like based off like your physical attributes or something. Like just give out all out effort or something. Because Memo Martinez didn't score because he's better than you. It's because he had, I don't know, he had more like, how would you say, like a killer instinct type of thing. Like it's more intangible. Like you need to like you just need to do it by like almost by any means necessary. Like if whatever you're good at is not working, you need to do something else and find a goal that way until like you can finally do what you do best. Like that's what I'm trying to say. Like Santi, like yes, it's Brazil, yes, and all that, but like this is multiple games now where he doesn't score, and it's multiple games now where we have the excuse of he doesn't have service. But it's like at one point, it's like all right, Santi, like you're not getting service. You already know that. You need to change your game now. Like, you need to, like, adapt. With all that being said, though, Santi Gimenez should start every single game at the Copa America, no matter what. No matter what. He should start every single game. This is his tournament. I don't want to hear no nonsense about Memo Martinez just because he scored 1 goal against Brazil. Great goal, but, like, that should not justify him starting over a guy who has probably going to go for, like, 50 million plus euros this summer to a giant European team. Memo Martinez might not even be on the Mexican national team in a year from now. Santi Gimenez is going to be on this team. He's a future for the next 10, 12 years. So this has to be his tournament. He hasn't been playing well or good enough at least, but he needs to start, like moving forward.
One thing I've been saying that has gotten people pretty upset, I said Santi Gimenez has to, I guess, force himself to adapt because we could clearly see he needs creativity, but he's not getting it. So you have to force yourself to make an impact on the game, drop more, touch the ball more, figure out something else, because if you have Charlie or another creative midfielder that isn't going to give you those running behind through balls that you get at Feyenoord, then you have to figure out another way to impact the game. Maybe drag the defenders, make the wingers be more punishable in behind, like something. But I completely agree. He still deserves to be the starter for every single game going forward. And I really do hope he scores one goal against Jamaica, because that would just kickstart his confidence and probably start a momentum for him to continue scoring throughout the tournament. Now that we've seen these friendlies, now that there's like a 2-week break before Copa America, what is your ideal Mexico starting 11, position by position, for the Copa America? Starting off in goal.
In goal, bro, give me any of them, bro. They're all very mid to me. I mean, I guess give me Gonzalez.
No Malagon.
And Malagon is out. Like, the 3 goalies we have are Gonzalez, Acevedo, and Rangel.
Oh, we're so fried.
I would want to say Rangel just because he's the youngest, probably has the brightest future, but he was so bad against Uruguay that, like, can we really trust this guy moving forward? I guess I'll say Rangel. I mean, if he plays anything similar to how he played against Uruguay, we are absolutely cooked.
I agree. I think Julio Gonzalez, the dude didn't even dive. The 3 goals. The first one, he didn't fucking dive. The third one, he just stood there. I've seen enough. Him at Pumas, we saw the goal he conceded against Cruz Azul. The Huescas goal, how out of position he was. He's not that guy. He's 31 years old already. Yes, Talan Rangel has had a very underwhelming performance, but at the same time, that was his first ever cap. Obviously, see, he was nervous on his feet. He was absolutely terrible, but I go back to him at Chivas. He was really, really good. Had a very good season, and I think if he gets that confidence from Mexico, he could be the guy to continue this tournament. But obviously, sucks that Malagon isn't there. Now, right back.
Again, another position, like, I mean, Israel Reyes played pretty good against Brazil, but the thing is, like,
Going forward,
like, can we really trust, like, him, like, someone like that has no pace? Like, he's not very fast. To be going up against the Copa America wingers, like, Jamaica has fast wingers, Ecuador has fast wingers, like, Venezuela has very good wingers, like Soteldo and others. So I'm kind of worried about that. To be honest with you,
Jorge Sanchez didn't get a single minute, by the way.
like, I might just have to go. I mean, I'm worried about it, but I'll probably go Israel Reyes just by default because Jorge Sanchez has barely played the second half of the season, and it's not like he's a huge upgrade from Israel Reyes, anyways. So I'll go with Israel Reyes.
I think he had a pretty decent game against Brazil. Besides that Nomec Vinny did on him, which was disgusting. Even made his own manager laugh at him, which is insane. The center back pairings?
It has to be Cesar Montes and Johan Vasquez. Edson Alvarez as a center back does not work. It just compromises the whole team. Because then you have to bring in Romo to the midfield, which absolutely nobody wants.
Hey, by the way, you gotta give props when it's due. I think Romo had a good game.
He was okay. Like,
he had a good game. He had a lot of ball recoveries.
I mean, he was okay. I don't think it was anything special. But I'm saying, like, Cesar Montes would have been needed, especially on that last goal by Hendrick. Like, Cesar Montes is like, what, 6'4", 6'5"? He could clear anything in the air. So we need him bad. So I think him and Vasquez for sure needs to be the starter.
I understand the way Jimmy thinks putting Edson center back, but the thing is, do not put him against Uruguay, Brazil, Argentina. Do not put him against the big teams that are always going to be countering you, because he looks vulnerable. Like, the first goal for Brazil, he just looks so like he's a CDM. That's not his position. But I guess for Jamaica and all these CONCACAF teams, it makes sense because we have the ball more. He progresses the ball to center back. That just gives us more time to push up, have more attackers on their side of the field. But against the top teams where we would have to defend, it doesn't make sense to have him there. He's not a natural center back. So I'll go Cesar Montes and Johan Vasquez again. Left back,
Arteaga. I think he had a shocker against Uruguay. Against Brazil, he was a little better. I think he got more involved in the attack as well. But, like, he's realistically the only option we have. Like, Chiqueta Orozco didn't get any minutes at left back for La Seleccion, so we can't really trust him there. Brian Gonzalez didn't even get a chance either. He might probably get cut. Like, Arteaga is literally the only option, and which is like, to be honest with you, I'm fine with, just because, like, all right, like, this guy has been dying for an opportunity for years behind Gallardo. Like, now you have your opportunity. I want to see what you do with it.
But if for some reason he's like, he can't defend against these teams, and we could put Chiqueta there and be more defensive. But I really like how he progressed with the ball against Brazil. I like how much he pushes up, and low-key, I feel like he's gonna score a goal in these upcoming games. He'll bag a goal in behind. CDM.
And Machín
Alvarez.
Even though he needs to step up as well, but it has to be Machín.
He was shit both games. He was pretty shit.
Yeah, like, he needs to step up and be like the captain that he is.
And I'm not saying shit like terrible like a Charlie. I'm saying bad in terms of his standards. Like he's
His
a West Ham
standard, for
player.
sure.
He's a captain of the team. He's the most informed player when it comes to Europe, over Santi in my opinion. And you cannot be playing like that. You cannot be letting go of the ball like that so easily against Uruguay. Like he had 5 misplaced passes. All 5 of them could have easily led to goals. I think 2 of them did. So he has to step up his game, no doubt. The center mid and the 10.
Luis Chavez still, I think he's like you said. I think he's an X factor. Very good at set pieces, sending crosses, scoring free kicks. The other one has been such a struggle for us for so long, trying to find that other midfielder. Like Chadley is absolutely terrible. He was the worst player against Brazil. Should have never been given minutes. Nene Beltran is the same profile player as Chadley. Should have not been given any minutes this whole window. If it's up to me, I mean, it's either Orbelin, Cortizo, and Eric Sanchez. I mean, Eric Sanchez probably has like more goals in his game, but I think Cortizo's more like dynamic and like shifty and very good on the left foot. And then Pineda, like the thing about Pineda is the same thing with Antuna to me. Like has one very very good performance, promising, and then he'll kind of like not do anything for the next 5. They're all pretty much the same to me. Just for something different, I would go with Cortizo.
You think for you Chavez is a guaranteed starter?
Yeah, I mean, no one else.
Lately, he's been very average, bro.
The thing is, though, like even with him and Edson being like bad or below their standards, it's like their competition behind them is even worse. So it's like they're secure.
Default.
Like by default, they're like they have to be there. There's no Ache, there's no Guardado, there's no like those guys in their prime. There's no like not even a Marco Fabian or nobody. Like from back in the day when there was like actually like Jonathan Dos Santos when he was in Europe, there was like a good rotation. Like Mexico's midfield was so good back then that Eric Gutierrez, when he was like barely joining PSV, he wasn't even like a thought to even get any minutes.
Yeah.
Like we have European players like him, Jonah, like on the bench because like our starters were Rachacha and Guardado. We had depth. Now it's like
starting players by default.
Yeah, just starting players by default because the ones behind them are like very mid, like Liga MX players.
Yeah. I'll go Luis Chavez, Edson Alvarez. I wanted to see Piojo. I can see that's never going to happen. Cortizo, I'll go Cortizo. Let's do it, man. Hopefully. I have a high feeling he's just going to be a sub the whole tournament. If he even makes the roster, because he was a replacement. Right wing?
I think Alexis Vega, to be honest with you. Like, I think he showed me enough. Like, I think he's better at shooting and more dynamic and better at crossing.
He's just overall better. He's way better technically than Antuna.
Yeah, he's just better than Antuna. Like, I would go with Vega. I would just give it to you quick. I think my top 3 would be Vega and Quiñones on the wings. I think Quiñones also proved himself. Mm-hmm. And then Santi up top. I think those are nobody else proved anything to me, to be honest with you. Like, the other wingers, like Piojo got his chance. I mean, he was actually decent against Uruguay, probably the best player, but, like, the whole team was just shocking. Like, Chino Huerta was shocking against Uruguay, even though I had more expectations for him. He was shocking in the attack and tracking back. Well, some of the goals were on him. Who else? Like, Marcelo, I mean, I would wish Marcelo could get a chance, but he didn't get any minutes, so he probably won't play. Jordan Carrillo might not even make the team. Like, I think realistically, it's just Quiñones, Vega, and Antuna, like, in contention to start, and I would pick Vega over Antuna based off what I saw.
Me too. I think Antuna's a very good sub because he's literally just rapid. He's so fast. And we saw in the World Cup, like, when he came on as a sub, he was really good. But he's not worthy of starting. The man cannot cross a ball, and he's a right winger. How is Santi? Jesus, man. Like, instantly, when Vega got subbed in and gave that perfect cross, and it led to a goal. I think we agree with our starting 11. In goal, Tala Rangel. Right back, Israel Reyes. Center backs, Cesar Montes, Johan Vasquez. Left back, Arteaga. The center mid trio, Edson Alvarez, Luis Chavez. And I said Cortizo. You saying Cortizo too?
Yeah, Cortizo.
All right, Cortizo. Right wing, Alexis Vega. Left wing, Quiñones. And striker, Santi Gimenez. Easy. For those of you watching, let us know in the comments what your ideal starting 11 is. If you have any disagreements with what we said, the Santi take, any thoughts of the friendlies that we had, we listened to all of them. We want to hear you guys' thoughts. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe, because it's going to be a very busy summer. Mexico is either going to break us or give us some sort of hope. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure to stay tuned for the next video. And Chris, any last thoughts?
Que Dios nos bendiga, bro.
Peace out.